Hi everybody. So I did a recent video, a couple of videos ago on MX Linux, and I was kind of startled actually by the response. Usually my videos, my little channel get, tens, dozens, maybe hundreds of views. This one is up at 4,000 after 2 days. So obviously there's an interest in MX Linux out there. A lot of the comments were from people who you said, I've used MX Linux for, 10 years and really love it. And so it seems to be a really loyal following, which I suppose is why, I got so many views on it so far. I'm still running MX Linux after 10 days, I think now, which is not unusual for me. I do, I'll maybe stay with a distro for a month or so and then I'll get the itch and change. But I did something just earlier today. I was wondering, a lot of people in the comments had mentioned the KDE desktop with MX Linux, and I was kind of wondering about that. I'm not a huge fan of KDE, but yeah, I don't hate it. So I looked around to see how difficult it is to install or not to install the KDE desktop on an existing XFCE desktop, which is what I had. It's stupid simple. You basically go to the MX installer tool and just search down through desktops, pick your desktop that you want, and install it. It's that easy. So I did that with KDE. It seems to be running fine so far. I left XFCE in there. I'm using KDE Plasma 6 under Wayland. So as I said, after a few hours, it seems to be fine. I'll check it out after the next few days. But that's what I'm going to be talking about a little bit is MX Linux with the KDE desktop. So stick around. So what I did was I kind of looked around, tried to figure out how to do it, and all you have to do really is open the MX installer app and select the desktop environment that you want and then install it. It's basically as simple as that. So when you restart, you get a login selector there, a session selector, and you just go from there. So far, after a few hours, this has been great. I've done a little bit of editing on it with Kdenlive, doing some audio work too, and things have been working just fine. So I don't know that this is necessarily the best way to install KDE. I imagine probably just downloading the KDE ISO would be preferable, but this seems to be working great. I've left XFCE on there for now, just because, and I'll give this another day or so and see how things go. So far, seems great. Okay, back again. So after a few more days of using MX Linux with KDE, again, still no issues. No complaints with me. I had a couple of events. We've had some updates, and those all went fine. The last one was a kernel update, and also updated a DKLMS package for the wireless driver, I believe. All these things went fine, which they should. It's hard for me to be really complimentary about MX Linux because most of the Linux distros I've used work fine as well. The thing about MX Linux is there does seem to be a lot of thought went into the inclusion of the original software that's comes with the system, and also the MX tools. Those are pretty great, I have to say. And that was one of the comments that kept coming up in the on the last video that I mentioned. The people who love the MX tools, and I really do. So I'm very happy. I also had an issue with Kdenlive, but it turns out it wasn't really. It was nothing to do with MX Linux, I don't believe. I think it's more KDE. Not a bug, just a feature, I guess, if you might say. What was happening was I would have KDE open. I'd be running, playing back some of the stuff I'd done, and there was no audio. I checked, the tracks weren't muted and all that kind of stuff. Saved, closed out a KDE, reopened, same thing. And it had been working just a few minutes ago. So I loaded up a different KDE project and same thing. No audio, but you could see that the output meters were running. It was registering. And the rendered output had audio. So really strange. Restarted the computer, same thing. Turns out there's a setting in the volume control on KDE where you can look to the application that's running, and there's a setting in there that you can control the volume separately. And that was muted for some reason. I don't know what happened. I don't know if there's like a key combination that I accidentally hit, but that was the problem. So it wasn't an MX Linux problem. Other than that, my feeling overall is that MX Linux is actually rather great. As I said, it does seem to be well put together. Some distros, you get the sense that it was, I don't want to say slapped together, but there wasn't a whole lot of thought. One instance of that, and I've mentioned this before, was Pica OS, which I like a lot. I used the GNOME version of Pica OS for several months. It's also Debian based, but it's in Debian SID. And I had tried the Cosmic desktop version of Pica OS, and it was ghastly, not good. So that was one of the instances where it just seemed like it, oh, hey, let's do the Cosmic desktop, and it's just, they hadn't really thunk it through, I don't think. But MX Linux is the reverse of that for me. It's very solid. I've had no complaints. I'm running it. I'll continue to run it, until I get the itch again, which I almost certainly will. What I might do, and I was thinking of this, is I do like GNOME still a little bit better than KDE, although the experience here has been good. I might re-image with the GNOME version of MX Linux and see how that is. And I won't do another video on it, just, that would be going back to the MX Linux trough once too many times. But yeah, my overall impression is very much as it was before. Great distro. I understand the loyal following. It seems like it's a very robust implementation of Debian at its best. The solid base, the timely updates, and the huge software base. So yeah, MX Linux with KDE, big thumbs up from me. Cheers. Hey, if you got something out of this video, please consider liking and subscribing. And remember, be excellent to each other.